Connors, Degrassi, Unpopular Opinions. Hey there, hello there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming you to another Degrassi Unpopular Opinion. And now this one, it kind of seems like an unpopular opinion to some people more so than others. Like this isn't really my own creation. So a while ago, Jade Stone 616 said, and for context, this is being taped on November 3rd, 2021. He says that the Ashley and Jimmy break up from season 7. Jade says, I thought it was really weird how Jimmy broke up with Ashley and she was immediately like, okay, I'm going on tour with Craig in Europe. Just seemed out of place. Definitely when they built up the whole season that she wasn't good enough to be a musician. Her own whole character after coming back from Europe the first time was disappointing. There were some comments. Someone said that I kind of interpreted it as she was a good musician, but she wasn't a great performer like Jimmy or Craig. So maybe she just realized playing in the background was better suited to her than a solo career. It's weird that her insecurity basically ruined her relationship with Jimmy, but after the relationship, she decides she's fine with being a sidekick again. Yeah. A lot of people said, I don't know why they brought her back when they absolutely didn't know what to do with her. I think it was just basically someone to give Jimmy someone to hang out with other than Spinner. And someone actually said she left high school before she could graduate, like 6 weeks before the end of the year. They didn't let her graduate. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people said that Ashley could have been a main character, but in season 6, but she was just Jimmy's love interest. All that. So yeah, everything happens for a reason. So that's the basic thing. Of course, I think a lot of people will agree with me about this unpopular opinion. Is why the heck did they even bring Ashley back in the first place? So Ashley in season 1 was going to be a breakout character, kind of like Toby. Like she had her issues with Toby, in a nuclear family. I don't know. I don't call it nuclear family. I think it's something called something else, but that Ashley and Toby ended up, you know, together because Ashley's mom married Toby's dad and all that. And both of them had parental problems. Ashley's dad being gay and Toby's mom and dad just fighting tooth and nail. And Toby doesn't know what to do with his quarreling parents. But as is, I mean, yeah, Ashley and Jimmy were a couple. Ashley really liked him. Ashley took ecstasy to try to get with Jimmy in the end of season 1, but failed miserably. And then she was ostracized in season 2. She tries to get back together with everything, but I feel like Paige pushed Ashley aside. And I made an unpopular opinion that Paige was why Ashley didn't do so well. That Paige used her queen bee status to force Ashley not to have any friends. Because, as we all know, Ashley's two closest friends were Terry and Hazel. But Paige used her talk that basically said that if you leave me, you'll never come back again, and then you'll never be popular. Forcing Hazel and Terry to choose Paige over Ashley. Ashley then decides to turn goth, I think, to get mad at everybody and all that. And then, she's goth with Ellie. And then season 3, she stops being goth and then goes out with Craig and all that, despite the fact that Craig goes with Manny, and gets Manny pregnant. Ashley blasts Craig and announces that Craig and Manny are having a kid. I mean, she's jilted. Fair enough. I don't mind that. Like, I understand what Ashley did then. And then Ashley then turns something wrong. I mean, Ashley's personality just went down the pike. But here's the thing about Ashley, though, too, is that, she sang a song about Craig's cheating heart, and Craig was good, and it got to Craig. But then Craig did an apology song, and Ashley forgave him. It's like, why did you do that, Ash? I think she was just desperate for Craigie. So Ashley and Craig were kind of together in season 4. Craig has his bipolar issues. Ashley helps him through it, and then Ashley decides to go to England with her dad, and Craig is left angry and then roams the streets. And then Ashley comes back in season 6 for some reason. It's like, I don't understand. And she was just with Jimmy, and then after Jimmy was gone, then she wanted to be with Craig in Europe and all that. And basically, I think they're right. She wanted to be a background character. In a sense, she just wanted to latch on to Craig. Of course, this whole thing is, why did they even bring Ashley back in the first place? It's puzzling. Like, they take her out after season 4, and then, it's like, okay, Melissa McIntyre, and that is her name because Melissa DeMarco is Hatzalakos, but Melissa McIntyre's gone. It's like, okay, fair enough. She was booty and all that. Now, of course, I thought Ashley was black in a sense because, she looked dark. But you got to remember, TVs back in the 2000s weren't as high definition and 4K stuff. So her skin color looked dark to me. And it would have been nice to see a black character on Degrassi that was popular, not named Liberty or even Hazel for that matter, or Jimmy. But let me preface this by saying that they should not have brought Ashley back. I mean, what storylines did they give Ashley after she came back in season 6? She was just basically there for Jimmy's career and trying to ruin Jimmy's career before going back to Craig. It's like she was useless. I mean, they couldn't find the right storylines. I mean, in season 6, they brought Sean back after a year away, and they basically put Sean in. Maybe they put Sean in to get rid of the Peter and Emma relationship because Pema seemed to tick a lot of people off. I mean, why would Emma be with Peter in the first place? Peter ruined Manny's life. Although I could probably guess that maybe why Emma was with Peter is because, Peter ruined Manny and then brought Manny to Emma. And then Emma knew that she could control Manny or else she could send Manny to the streets. Although I think Snake and Spike would not have agreed with that prophecy. But the fact of the matter is that yeah, maybe Sean was brought in just to break up Pema because Pema was really unpopular. Gee, if Pema was unpopular now, what about Spema, Spinner and Emma from season 9? How do you think that felt? The writers, it backfired on them. Who else made a massive comeback after one season away? I don't know too many people who did that, other than Spinner. No, not Spinner. Spinner was in season 5, though, too. I don't know. I don't think anyone else had like a gap of 1 year. They're gone 1 year and then they come back the next. I don't think that really happened much in the Degrassi universe. I mean, I know they gave Toby bad storylines, especially after JT died. It just basically they ruined Toby's characterization, if you will. But the fact of the matter is that, Ashley was just like a side character. I feel like her popularity dipped after she left season 4. It's like, okay, we found out about Ashley and she's going out to Europe and all that, and then she finds a boyfriend and Craig goes off the rails. Fair enough, but Ashley coming back in season 6 just to maybe as they said that it was to push storylines to Jimmy that Jimmy didn't usually get these storylines and that they felt bad about Jimmy's situation and they thought, oh, Jimmy should get better storylines. That's not completely true, but I mean, Jimmy deserved better. And then, Jimmy was with Trina. That girl with the, I don't know how they describe her, and I don't want to look up on the internet and all that. But anyway, yeah. Jimmy was basically on his way out. I mean, Aubrey Graham, aka the Mega God, the rap Mega God, if you will, Drake, was starting out and, he was starting to do good. I like that. I like Drake. Though, too, they could have pushed Ashley out in a better sense. I think Ashley might have been desperate for love in all the right places because, she was just chastised and Paige somehow ruined her self-esteem and all that. But, yeah, I mean, Degrassi was going well without Ashley coming back to season 6. I mean, Sean came back to season 6 to ruin Pema. I mean, Ellie was still around. They did college storylines and all that. That was when Paige, had her anxiety attacks and whatnot. And Ellie was not in a good place with Marco and a few other people. But, I mean, they just needed something. I think they really wanted to pair Jimmy up with somebody who's not Spinner. I mean, Spinner spent season 5 getting Jimmy to talk to him, and it worked at the butt end of it. But, yeah, I mean, Ashley being a little jealous and all that. I still think that Ashley deserved better, but I feel like Ashley had ran her course, and basically her popularity just dipped after season 4 when she left the first time. And I feel that no one wanted Ashley around in season 6 and 7. It's like, what good is she? Not really that good. I mean, yeah, Ashley deserved better, but they should have just left her at the end of season 4. I mean, Raj left in season 4, and we never got a mention of him, much less an appearance by him. Although I wish that they brought Dan Woods back for some reason. But yeah, that's just how I feel, and I know that's probably how you feel too. So why fight it? Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. Thanks for watching.